Today here at GNC Industries we're going to talk about installing the Master Rebuild Kit on the P530 and the P550 series. Of course we have a P530 here that we're going to be working on today. There's going to be a few tools that we're going to need to do this job. That's just a rubber mallet, a 9/16 socket and wrench, 9/16 wrench, and a screwdriver. When you receive your Master Rebuild Kit, your Master Rebuild Kit will have pre-installed packings in them, so there'll be no need to change the packings out. And it will have connecting hose with O-rings. Also, the Master Rebuild Kit will include 6 valves. So we're going to start taking our 9/16 wrench and loosening the 2 bolts on the front. Once we have them loose, we'll remove them. Once these 2 bolts are loosened, remove them. You're going to notice you've got 3 valves sitting here. If they stay with this assembly, that's fine. If they happen to stick in here, pull them out, place to the side. This piece will also have your suction filter hooked onto it, so you might want to pull it this way and lay it on your sprayer. Then you're going to take your 9/16 wrench, loosen the 2 bolts here on the bottom, unscrew them, remove this piece. You should have 3 valves here. Of course, one has stuck, so I picked it up, replace it. On a sprayer, you'll probably want to lay this back to the side. Since we do not have a sprayer, we just have a pump, I'm going to lay it right here. At this point, we're going to start loosening the bolts around the assembly. Once we have them all loosened, we'll remove them. Once we have all 6 bolts removed, you may have to take your rubber mallet, and right here where the bolt holes go through is a good place to tap lightly so you can get a little separation. Then come on this side, tap lightly so you can get a little more separation. Just keep working it back and forth until you get enough separation until you can pull them off. As you'll notice, my packings have stayed on the piston. So in order to get the packings off the piston, you may have to turn the pulley, slide each individual packing off. Once we have the packings off and the old assembly out of the way, we'll just remove it. This would be a good time right now to pull this plate off. And you can inspect your oil seal rings in here. If you see any oil dripping around on the bottoms of those or the tops of those, or if the seal looks like it's not operating properly, that would be a good time to change those seals out right now. Appears ours are good, so we're going to replace the plate. We're going to get our new assembly. Make sure our valve side is up. And slide it right back on over all the pistons. At this point, we'll go back in with all 6 of our bolts. Notice that I'm not tightening this all the way down. I'm just trying to take this assembly down evenly. When we start torquing them, we're going to want to do the same thing. Make sure that it applies that gasket evenly. Just tighten these down snug, making sure that you're alternating your tightening patterns. Once that's complete, we'll take your new valves, place them in to the assembly. Make sure that they seal off. I'm going to take the lock washer and a nut. Then again on the other side, lock washer and nut. And we're going to begin to tighten. Remember, don't tighten one side too much. Work them down in sequence. That way we're getting a proper seat and just snug. Once we completed that step, again we'll have our valves and our assembly. And your new assembly comes with pre-installed connecting tubes. So we're going to take the old ones out. Our bolt 9/16 with washer. Just get it started. Take the other bolt with washer. 9/16 socket. Tighten it down snug. We should be ready to turn it on and operate it and check for leaks. Done correctly, we shouldn't have any leaks and should be back to operation. Thank you for watching this video, and thanks again for shopping GNC products. Once these two are removed,